Don't apply to any job offer before you do that. I'm going to show you 10 steps that you should do before you start applying for any kind of job offers. My name is Juliana Rabi. I'm a career coach and I help people to land remote jobs faster. I know exactly what companies are looking for because I worked as a recruiter for more than 15 years. Yeah, I was on the other side of the recruitment process, screening resumes, searching for candidates on LinkedIn, doing job interviews, so I know exactly what companies are looking for. I also was a job search myself in different moments of my life, so I know exactly how you're feeling right now if you're searching for a new job. I also have a large experience in helping job seekers to improve the process and be faster to land the job that they want. So let me share all my secrets with you in this video. If you're searching for a job and you're older than 20 years old, you probably, at least once in your life, you applied for a job online, right? So the typical, you see a job offer, you read it or you do not read it, but you click the apply button. Sometimes you upload your curriculum automatically, sometimes you have to type all the information. But in any case, you apply online by clicking a button and then you just wait for the feedback from the company, right? This is the traditional way to apply for jobs. I remember before, it's still from my time, when we used to print the resume and go in person to deliver it. So the job search process changed with time and you need to change also if you want to achieve better results. We are in 2021, so just do what you have been doing for the past 10, 15, 20 years of your life will not help you to speed up the process and won't help you to find the best job offer. So let's talk more in details about the 10 steps you should follow before you click the apply button to any job offer. It might look like you're going to waste time if you follow 10 steps before you apply, but let me tell you, you're going to save time because you're going to optimize your job search. You're going to be more effective, so you're going to have better results and you're going to target the companies that you really want to work for. So believe me, it might look like a long way, but it is a shortcut to get you where you want. Step number 1, LinkedIn. Yes, we need to talk about LinkedIn. Go on LinkedIn and do a job search for the job title you're looking for or something similar to it. If you're open to different job titles, then you're going to need to do different search. But go on LinkedIn, on the jobs part, put the job title, test different ones, mainly try to get from the database from LinkedIn. So you start typing the job title you are considering and then whatever appears, you click. Don't made up names, just go for the job titles that are already on LinkedIn database because that's how recruiters are going to search for you. And on the side, you can put the city or the country you want to look for, and for folks looking for remote jobs, ta-da, you can put remote. Yes, you can put remote. So LinkedIn is going to search only remote jobs. So this is the first step. Search on LinkedIn for the job titles and the location that you want to work for. The second step is to search for a specific job boards for the area you want to apply for, or for the country you want to apply for, or for remote jobs if this is your case. There are several ones. I'm going to list some of them here specifically for remote jobs because that's what I'm specialized for. And if you want to check each of them, just pause this video right now and copy the names, search them on Google and go there. Did you pause already? Waiting for you to pause and write down the names. Let's keep going. Third step, create a list of the companies you want to work for. What, Juliana, can you say that again? Companies I want to work for. I don't even know which companies offer the positions I want to apply for. So hey. Okay. Let me explain that better. Once you did your initial search on LinkedIn and on a specific job board, you will end up with a list of companies. So dig more into each of those companies. Check their website, check their LinkedIn page, check if they have any blog or YouTube channel. Get more familiar with those companies and the one you like, the ones that seems to be like a good fit for you according to your values, according to the environment you want to work, the kind of position, all of that. You make a list of those companies. This list is going to help you a lot in the process. So don't move ahead, please, before you make a list of 10 to 15 companies that you would love to work for. Once you have the list of companies you want to work for, go back on LinkedIn and do step 4, which is follow the company's page. Yeah, you go on the LinkedIn company's page and there is a button named follow. You just click there. Why is it so important? Let me tell you, very few candidates follow the company, and once you do it, you're already differentiating yourself from other candidates because you're going to receive the company's content directly on your feed. Any kind of post or news that the company share, you are going to receive it firsthand in your feed. So the information start coming your way and you're going to be updated about everything that is going on in the company. Some companies, they also post job offers in their feed, in their LinkedIn profile. So again, if you're following the company, you're going to know about the job offers maybe before even they are posted somewhere else. And there is a way the recruiters can search for candidates who follow the company. Exactly that. So imagine there is a position that has 500 people who applied already for that. Probably the recruiter is going to use a powerful filter to reduce from 500 to maybe 150 candidates, right? One of the filters a lot of recruiters use, and I know it by experience and by talking to other recruiters, is following the company. So you have nothing to lose if you follow the company, and you're gonna get a lot of first-hand information about it. So make sure you go on LinkedIn right now and click following every single company that is on your list of the companies you want to work for. Once you're following the right companies and their content is already arriving in your LinkedIn feed, make sure you engage with their content. And by engage, I mean click like, comment, share, make the most of that information that is already coming your way. Be active. Do it in a way that first the company will notice you, and second, they will notice you as someone interesting, someone that adds value, someone that they want to have in their team. So be careful, because once you start engaging with the company's content, you get more visibility. So don't be silly with the kind of content you engage in, the information that you share with them. So be intentional about it, but it's a great way to get visibility and to start being noticed by the right companies. After you're already engaging with the companies that you want to work for, your dream companies, it's time to go to step 6, which is send connection requests, personalized connection requests to strategic people who work in that company. Why is that? Because while you want to work there, so the more people know about you, the better, right? So before you apply for the job, they should know you already. So when you click apply button, which is still further in the process, but they should know you already. So before applying for the job, create connections, a meaningful network within the company. I suggest that you target 2 different roles in the company. So the first is people who will be your future boss, the hiring manager, the ones that are the leaders in the teams you want to work for. And the second kind of role you should target is people that are in the same position that you are, people that will be your future colleagues in the team. Why is that? Because the hiring manager is one of the decision makers in the process about hiring someone. So if they like you, if they find that you can be a good asset to the team, they will have an influence in the decision about who they bring to their team or not. And if you are well connected with people that will be your future colleagues, they can be asked also to not only interview you and participate in the recruitment process, but also to refer someone they know, they trust, that can be a good fit for the job and all of that. So there are only benefits about connecting with the right people in the companies you want to work for. Make sure you do that. Step number 7 that you should follow before you apply to any job offer: do informational interviews. Another way to call it is have an informal coffee, even a virtual coffee, with people that are doing the job you want to do, or again, the hiring managers in the companies you want to work for. Learn from people who follow the same path that you're willing to follow. Learn from people who are working in the company. Get valuable information about them. Get insights about the recruitment process, new projects, the team, and all of that. So this is an informal conversation, but you need to prepare it. You need to be strategic about how to approach people, how to move from the initial connection to scheduling a call, a Zoom call or a phone call or even in-person meeting, and then how to handle that meeting. So go deeper into this topic, informational interview, or another way to call it, informal coffee, informal chat with someone. But this is a very valuable way to get interesting information and to speed up the process for you. Maybe not in the right moment, but you're creating powerful connections that most likely will help you in the future. We are almost there, almost. Step number 8 that you should follow before you apply to any kind of job offer. Keep track of all the actions that you're doing. By this point, if you follow the 7 steps I mentioned before, you are doing a lot of things already. You are connecting with people, you're following companies, you have the list of the companies you want to work for, you're making meaningful connections, you are engaging to their content. It's a lot of things, right? It sounds a lot and it is a lot. So the more you are organized about it and keeping the track of what you have done for each company, which people you have connected, which one you have to follow up, the actions you still need to do, the better for you. You won't get lost in the process, and you're going to find opportunities to keep doing what you do. So you won't be like, what shall I do next? There is nothing else to do. Well, probably there is, because you're keeping the right track of it. So you can do that in an Excel sheet, you can do that in a Word document, you can do that in a paper. It doesn't really matter, whatever works better for you. But the important thing is that you keep track of the things you want to do, all the tasks. Where are you? Which are the next steps? And make sure you follow up to don't get lost in the process and save your time. Step number 9 before you apply to any kind of job is to identify ways to improve the process. Look, let's be frank. If you follow everything I told you by now, you have done a lot. So congratulations. Well done, because most of people just go and click the apply button and don't do anything else. So everything that you did up to now is amazing, and you're already ahead of most of the candidates, I would say. But still, probably there is more details that you can improve in the process. Small things, looking back in the process, checking the options, talking to people, learning from them, engaging into different perspectives about the company, about the position. So make sure you take some time in step 9, still before you apply for jobs, to improve the process, review the process, make sure you make small adjustments if necessary, but don't rush the process. From time to time, stop, look back, evaluate, and try to improve. Step number 10, the last step before you apply to any job offer. Make sure you set alerts on LinkedIn, on the company's website, and on any job portal you're checking to have the offers come to you via email as soon as they are posted. If you take too long to apply for a job, you might be already late in the process. But again, as I said at the beginning, I don't want you to rush into just applying for jobs without doing your homework before. So make sure you're constantly doing all the steps I mentioned before, and at the same time you have the job offers coming your way. So as soon as a job is posted, you're going to be notified, and if you're already doing the 9 steps I mentioned before, you will be almost ready to apply for the job. So don't waste your time searching for the offers. Let them come your way, because of course, you need to search at some point, but you create the right alert, and then after that, the jobs will start coming your way in a passive way. If you have followed the 10 steps I mentioned on this video before applying to job offers, let me tell you, you're more than ready to finally go there and click the apply button. Don't rush the process. It's better to apply for fewer jobs, but in a more intentional way, in a way that people will notice you more. People already know you, they already trust you, just waiting for you to click that button to finally call you for a job interview. So there is no rush in the process. Timing is important, but if you're constantly working on those 10 steps, whenever the right job offer appears, you will be more than ready to apply and to move on in the recruitment process. If you like this video, make sure you click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Every week I share new videos about job search, remote jobs, LinkedIn, resume, interview, and everything career related. I'll see you next week.